Arizona Senator and retired astronaut Mark Kelly is being inducted into the Astronaut Hall of Fame on Saturday at Cape Canaveral, Florida. Earlier, I spoke with Senator Kelly about how soon we could see humans set foot on Mars. He also discussed why supporting our nation's space program is critical to maintaining our national security advantage over China. Why does getting to Mars matter?
I think humans doing hard things, exploring, benefits our country. It benefits our economy. I mean, we've always been explorers. I mean, seeing what's over that hill or across the ocean on that next planet, I think it's something that's really ingrained in us. And it's helped exploration, space exploration in particular, has really helped our country lead in aerospace. Creates millions over decades, millions of high-paying jobs that folks can raise a family on, and it keeps us in a leadership role in an area that's important to our national security. It's important to science. It's important to our economy.
Well, getting to Mars happened in our lifetime.
I think so. I think the first person to walk on Mars is probably alive today. I've got a 2-year-old granddaughter who's down here with me and my 2 daughters, with Gabby, the rest of my family. Maybe she'll be the person to walk on Mars for the first time.
Mm-hmm. The U.S. and China are competing for dominance in space. Who has the edge and why does it matter?
I'd say right now we have the edge. I mean, just you look at what we've done historically. I mean, we've sent people to the surface of the moon. I mean, we built this incredible laboratory in orbit with a collaboration with other countries, with international partners. That's something that China's not able to do. They have a very robust, space program. It's it's very focused on the militarization of space. We have a much more focused civilian space program. We've got, the requirements to defend our country, national security requirements, but at the same time, we really care about science and exploration. And we can do both of those things at the same time.
You were a driving force behind the CHIPS Act. Is it having an economic impact, and especially so with competition with China?
Yeah, it is, and it will continue to. I mean, just look at the state of Arizona, the state that I represent. The investment from the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company has grown from about a $12 billion to a $40 billion investment. It's thousands of good-paying jobs. It's construction jobs, but also jobs as semiconductor manufacturing technicians that do not require a 4-year degree and a salary where you can actually raise a family on.
You've gone on the record about TikTok and your national security concerns about user data. Could you see a time when the Chinese Communist Party could use TikTok to communicate directly with American users?
Well, that's the other concern, right? I mean, one concern is the data, that they have access or could ask for all of the data. There was a hearing, recently in the United States Congress, where the CEO was asked that question. I mean, if the Chinese government asked for your data, would you give it to them? Well, he said he has to. I mean, that's the law in China. So that's a national security issue for us. But the other one is what you mentioned. And with, in excess of 100 million users here in the United States, the Chinese government has the ability to influence that group of people.
You recently visited the Ukrainian President, Zelensky, and you took him, I think, a gift or a souvenir from space.
Yeah, one of my shirts for my first space flight in 2001. It was a rugby shirt. It was green and blue, and it's kind of the same green color that he likes. So I had that shirt with me for a couple of weeks on the space shuttle and the International Space Station. He seemed to appreciate it. We talked a lot about what he needs, the situation at the front, how it's going. We talked a little bit about the counteroffensive that's going to happen at some point.
On the debt ceiling, where are Democrats willing to compromise, and can a default be avoided?
Well, first of all, there is no world where we should ever consider even getting close to defaulting. That is not an option. It should never have been an option. And every time we get here, it harms the U.S. taxpayer and it harms families. And it doesn't make any sense. So, I'm hopeful that the folks that feel that this is somehow a good idea to get close to this fiscal cliff will, come to their senses, because defaulting on the full faith and credit of the United States government is just not an option.
Senator Kelly, thank you for speaking with CBS News.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. Thank you.
Appreciate it.